Rants with Ray. My name is Rayniecemitchell for all who are new here. Okay, good morning. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Hello, hello, hello. I hope everyone is doing well on today. Happy Tuesday, or whenever you get a chance to see this, okay? The title of this message is Attacks and Agreements in Your Dreams. Okay, this one is a very, what will I say, informal, a very informational video to help you come out of agreement or just come up against the enemy that is trying to attack you in your dreams, okay? But before we get into the message, I do want to say if you or you know anyone is struggling with addiction to weed, please go and get my ebook. It will totally bless you. It is called The Number One Guide on How to Stop Smoking Weed. If you or you know anyone is struggling with addiction to weed, this ebook will totally bless you. Not only will it break you free from the spirit of addiction, but it will also help you find the things laying deep and dormant within yourself that is making you believe that you need weed to cope every day, okay? All while getting closer to God in the process, and you will be able to find that link in the community board or in the description box below after the video, okay? Okay. Now, you guys, attacks and agreements in your dreams. This video is important because you are on the verge of breakthrough. You are on the verge of greatness, of overcoming this long season of delay, this long season of constant setbacks, of a season of where it looks like your life was constantly regressing, right? You are ending this, God is ending this long season of delay in your life, and you're entering into your winning season, into a season where you will have back-to-back wins, where you will be in a season where it kind of reminds me of when Shantia always says David in the Bible always, like, he lived a life of consecutive wins. Once he started winning, it was like it was consistent back to back wins. And that is the season that you are entering in, okay? But the enemy is trying to attack you in your dreams. Now, I know a lot of people or a lot of different things will say that dreams are not real, or dreams are just your mind trying to process the different events that happen throughout the day. But that is not true. The dream world is very real, and it is also a way that the enemy can trap you into agreements and different covenants that honestly can attack you and affect you quicker than when things happen in the natural, the physical, right? And God wanted me to get on here to tell you all, if you have been having bad dreams or perverted dreams, or dreams where it has been very chaotic, crazy, and just all over the place, it is important for you to cover yourself before you go to bed and cover yourself when you get up, and to cancel and renounce every covenant, every evil deity, every evil agreement that you may have come into agreement with in your sleep, whether knowingly or unknowingly. Because, like I said, the dream world is very real. It is very, very real. And certain agreements that are made in the dream world can also, it can translate into the physical realm much quicker than you think, okay? So some of these examples that I'm referring to is, if you have, for example, if you have ate food in your dreams, you are not supposed to eat food in your dreams. If you have eaten food in your dreams, you need to get up and renounce whatever agreements was made. If you are having sex in your dreams, you need to get up and renounce whatever agreements were made. If you say yes to certain things, or like, let's say somebody gets you to try to sign a contract in a dream, you need to renounce it because it is a spiritually binding agreement or covenant that the enemy is trying to trap you in, so you are delayed in the physical realm, right? Because the dream world is very real. I will say that again. The dream world is very real. It is not a physical representation of your mind trying to work out the things that happen throughout the day. Now, I will say the things that happen throughout your day can affect how your dreams move forward, but it is also very, very spiritual, right? And just because we're asleep doesn't mean that the enemy is asleep. The enemy is always working, whether you are up, awake, present, aware, unaware, it does not matter. The enemy is always plotting on how to trap you into something, to keep you delayed, to keep you from operating in your fullest potential of who God has called you to be. So, again, if you experience any of those things in your dreams where you are eating, having sex, signing contracts, where you are saying yes to certain things in the dream, you want to make sure you are renouncing. And even if you are going to sleep and not remembering your dreams, you definitely want to just get up and renounce anything that you may have come into agreement with, because for the simple fact of you don't know what happened. So you just want to be on the, I'd rather be safe than sorry. I don't know about y'all, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. And if you, because I, at one point, like when I was smoking weed and smoking heavily before I went to bed, I could not remember any of my dreams, y'all. Like for the life of me, I could not remember any of my dreams. And I thought I just didn't dream. And even I will say, like even when I was little, I would have dreams, but not every night. And when I would smoke weed, it just made it worse, where I wasn't dreaming at all. And it is so important, like I said, to when you don't remember your dreams or you feel like you don't have dreams, because we are dreaming, you need to get up and renounce anything that may have possibly happened, because your mind, you are dreaming. Things are happening, you just don't remember it, right? And you, that also means that you need to build up your spirit, man. Build up your spirit to be able to consciously remember what happened. And what I will say is, when you do have dreams, it is important to write these dreams down, either in a notebook or the notes in your phone. It is important to notate these dreams, because the dream world is also a way that God communicates with you. And when you don't write down your dreams and you're not trying to remember your dreams, that is also a way where you will, you can affect the way you have dreams, because you're not showing any gratitude for the dreams that you are having, because God communicates with us through our dreams. And if you aren't, I'm trying to think of who I remember saying this, because I thought it was so interesting, because at that time, when I did start dreaming, I don't think I was writing them down for real, or I would write down some of them, but some of them I wouldn't. And I can't remember what spiritual teacher was talking about the effect of how you can lose dreams, or your dreams won't be as effective or potent as they should be, because you aren't writing them down. You're not showing any gratitude for the messages that God is trying to bring you, right? So please be aware. Please be, paying attention, because you, again, are on the verge of breakthrough. You are on the verge of greatness, and the enemy does not want you to he doesn't want you to reach this breakthrough. He does not want you to cross over into your winning season of back-to-back wins, of leaving the season of delay, leaving the season of regression. Because for a lot of you all, whoever this is for, you've dealt with the Python spirit. And if you don't know what that is, the Python spirit, it is basically, a python is a snake. And what the Python spirit does is strangle every area of your life to try to suck the breath out of every area of your life, suck the life out of every area of your life, so you have no fruit. So you have no, so you never birth what God has called you to birth. And that doesn't always mean necessarily a physical birth, but the project that you've been working on, or the relationships that you have built. If you feel like everything is crumbling at once, where every area of your life is being attacked, that could be a sign that you're being attacked by the Python spirit. But know that you need to renounce, denounce, come out of agreement and covenant with any and everything that may have happened in your dreams. Again, if you did not catch the beginning of the video where I was naming some of the things, you can rewind it after the live is over. But yes, you guys, pay attention, be on your P's and Q's, because you are so close, closer than you've ever been to this breakthrough. And the enemy is trying to be strategic and attack you in your dreams. Because for a lot of you all, you're not falling for the same tricks. You're not falling for the same things that you would fall for in the past, and the enemy is upset, which is why he is trying to trap you in your dreams in different covenant contracts and agreements. Okay, but God always sends warning before destruction, so this is your warning to, even if you do not remember your dreams, to denounce, renounce everything knowingly and unknowingly, to keep yourself protected at this time. Okay? So I love y'all. God loves you so much more, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.